and I play a discrete set of music here in our kitchen in San Francisco every day. We live stream it onto Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. We go on at 8 p.m. That is San Francisco time, which means that's Greenwich Mean Time minus 7 this time of year, as we are in Pacific Daylight Savings Time. We play every night at 8 p.m. except Fridays and Sundays. Craig Ventresco and I play songs from the 1890s through the 1930s. Craig Ventresco and I have been doing this show since the pandemic began, and we are celebrating our 5-year anniversary every day. Our 5-year anniversary occurred a month and a half ago, and that is rather a month ago, and we are continuing to celebrate this momentous event. Happy anniversary. Thank you, David. Thank you.
Hi, David.
We're almost at our 1500th show. We're at 1466. Today, the day of the week is Wednesday. I hope that is helpful to you.
Everyone there said she danced so great. I realized a thing or two, and then I got wise to something new. I looked at Kate, she was in a trance. I understood it was in the dance. All the boys are going wild about Miss Katie's dancing style. I wish that I could shimmy like my sister Kate. She shimmies like the jelly on the plate. My mammy wanted to know last night why all the boys treat Katie so nice. Everyone in the neighborhood knows that she can shimmy and it's understood. I just can't wait until I'm up to date and I can shimmy like my sister Kate. I mean, put it on like my sister Kate. Oh, the first song was Cubs on Parade, the baseball march.
Flatfoot and Wild Man Blues are requested.
That must be Ken.
It is.
Hi, Ken. Ken, we'll play one of those for you, but it might have to wait till tomorrow at this point, but we'll definitely play them. I want to review them both to make sure I'm playing them right before I play them here, but I'll do that tonight.
I wish I could have sashimi with my sister Kate. That's cool. I love that. Gonna catch that coach bus. Gonna catch that coach bus. I'm gonna ride it through this town. I'm just trying to find my good man. Don't think you can be found. white. Gonna catch that coach bus. Gonna catch that old coach bus. I'm gonna ride it. I'm gonna ride through the town. I'm trying to find my good man. Don't think it can't be. Don't think it can't be found. Mr. Redcap Porter, Mr. Redcap Porter, won't you help me with my heavy load? I'm trying to find my baby. One further down, one further down the road. I know my good man, know my good man, bound to love me, bound to love me some. Well, he put his arms around me, like a circle around, like a circle around the sun. Well, my radar reads 100. Well, my radar reads 100. My radar reads 100. Just 103. Well, that's fast enough for my baby. That's fast enough for him. That's fast enough for me. It's the day before Christmas. It's the day before Christmas. Won't you bring me my present tonight? I'll be your Santa Claus, even if the whiskers ain't white. That's, what's that called? Coach Bus Blues, yeah. begins with a P, right? Pineapple? But it's Paragon. 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 Alright. Mean old Frisco. Oh, you have the book.
Well, I want to write down the requests as I get them because I.
This is the book of ragtime.
That's right. I'm putting Ken's requests in here. Wild Man Blues. What?
It's etched into the book of ragtime forever. We show it more slowly because I think that was blurry. We don't have that good a frame rate. All right. Well, that mean old Frisco and that low down Santa Fe, yes, that mean old Frisco, low down Santa Fe, took my babe away, load and load back out on me. Well, my mama, she done told me, and my papa told me too. Yes, my mama told me, and my papa told me too. Every woman in your face, Lord, Lord, she ain't no friend to you. Lord, I wonder, did she ever think of me? Lord, I wonder, did she ever think of me? Wonder, wonder, will my baby come back to me? Well, I'm standing looking, watch that southern whistle blow, Lord, I
when my cousin from the country came to call. I thought he should come along with me to see a game of ball. The players wrangled as to whom the umpire should be, so I suggested that the team let Georgie referee. And Georgie did it. The crowd began to shout. A player ran to second base and Georgie said, "You're out." The player said he wasn't. An argument took place. That evening 18 doctors came to fix up Georgie's face. One night while we were all asleep, as quiet as a mouse, my mother woke my father and said, "There's burglars in the house." We held a hurried meeting, and I heard my father say, "Let Georgie go downstairs and chase those burglars right away." And Georgie did it. Yes, indeed he did. With gun in hand, he went to find out where the burglars hid. The burglars saw him coming, and they didn't start to run. Instead, they stole his silk pajamas, then they stole his gun. Last night we all went out to see a melodrama play. The first act showed us how the leading lady ran away. The villain still pursued her, and he almost drove her wild, until in despair she shouted out, "Won't someone save my child?" And Georgie did it. He made the villain stop. He said, "Release her instantly, or I will call a cop." The villain said, "You rummy, this acting isn't real." And Georgie said, "Oh, pardon me, imagine how I feel." Inside a telegraphic office on St. Patrick's Day, a message was received to be delivered right away. It was for the chief Hibernian, and they sent it COD. But someone had to take the message and collect the fee. And Georgie did it, but what an awful thing. The message that he had contained these words, "God save the king." The gang all took shillelaghs up and Bill got white as starch. And someone kicked poor Georgie on the 17th of March.
You should have played that 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago on the 17th of March, you know.
I suppose so.
We should always play songs with dates in them on the dates of the songs.
That was a major blunder.
Numbers on the brain, Champagne Charlie. I'll do both. I'll do Champagne Charlie. This is your favorite song, Craig.
I love this song. I just don't play it right. Don't get mad at me if I play a wrong chord.
I would be really mad. I'll be so mad.
All right.
I'm already.
You're already mad. All right.
My, what do they call it? My madness is rising. I've seen a killer. I've seen. Okay. Boo, 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 boo. I'm just gonna do that. Boo, doo, 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 boo, doo, ba, ba, da, ba, do. Bum, 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 ba, dum, ba, ba, da, 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 da. I've seen a deal of gaiety throughout my noisy life. With all my grand accomplishments, I never could get a wife. The thing I most excel in is the PRFG game. The noise all night and bed all day and swimming in champagne. Champagne Charlie's my name. are treated all the same. From dukes and lords to cabmen down, I make them drink champagne. Champagne Charlie's my name. Champagne Charlie's my name. Good for any game at night, my boys. Good for any game at night, my boys. Champagne Charlie's my name. Champagne Charlie's my name. Good for any game at night, my boys, who come and join me in a spree. Sorry, it's hard to hear my voice. Some epic cures like Burgundy, Hock, Claret, and Moselle, but Moet's vintage only satisfies this champagne swell. What matter if to bed I go and head is muddled thick? A bottle in the morning sets me right in very quick. Champagne Charlie's my name. Champagne Charlie's my name. Good for any game at night, my boys. Good for any game at night, my boys. Champagne Charlie's my name. Doodly-doo. Champagne Charlie's my name. Good for any game at night, my boys will come and join me in a spree. Doodly-doo, doo, ba-doo, doo, 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 ba-doo, perhaps you fancy what I say is nothing else but chaff, and only done like other songs to merely raise a laugh. To prove that I am not in jest, each man a bottle of sham, I'll stand fizz round, yes that I will, and stand it like a lamb. Champagne Charlie's my name. Champagne Charlie's my name. Good for any game at night, my boys. Good for any game at night, my boys. Champagne Charlie's my name. Champagne Charlie's my name. Good for any game at night, my boys, who come and join me in a spree. Champagne Charlie's my name. Champagne Charlie's my name. Good for any game at night, my boys. Good for any game at night, my boys. Champagne Charlie's my name. Champagne Charlie's my name. Good for any game at night, my boys, who come and join me in a spree. Doodly-doo, doo, ba-doo, doo, 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 doodly-doo, doo, ba-doo, doo, ba-doo, doo, 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 doo. I normally play that on the bells, but I wanted to be sure to play the chords.
cream rag. Hi, Bunny.
I'm gonna start.
Nice to see you in here.
Thanks for your comment, Katie, that you're gonna start sending out your resume, the name being Champagne Charlie, and see how it goes.
Oh, you know what? I was gonna ask you. Have you ever heard the Blind Blake record of that tune?
Champagne Charlie? Yeah, I think so. I don't know
It's
it.
totally
but I heard
different than the version you play.
Harrison says Prosecco Charlie is my name. I can't afford the real thing.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, my name is Water Charlie. my name is Mud Charlie. No. Do you know? Can you play the Blind Blake Champagne Charlie?
I don't know the words.
It's probably just inspired by Champagne
It's
Charlie. It's probably
Yeah,
just
it
inspired
is.
by
He
the
plays
phrase.
It like...
Cool. What's that other song I said I was gonna do numbers on the brain, right? Beat a lum bum. That'd be fun. We'll do it. You wanna do it? Alright.
I gotta learn the words to it. I do pretty much know that tune, but I want to make
Beat a
sure I
lum
know
bum.
all the words.
Come see me if you ain't had none.
Make a blind man. Let me learn
see
it.
a lame man run.
Let me learn
right?
it.
Make
Yeah.
a blind man see a lame man run. Then what?
Well, it has a lot of words. Let me
Oh.
work on that, Steve.
Yeah, that's too many
Slim.
words.
I don't want to do a bad job.
Maybe it's called Bus Rider Blues. Yeah. It's a song about
It's
riding a
Bus
bus.
Rider Blues.
Yeah, Bus Rider Blues, maybe, right?
That's right.
Let's see. Shoot. Some people pick the game of marriage. Some people pick the game of love. And like a horse hitched to a carriage, time to pick the game I'm thinking of. But I have numbers on the brain. I scream them, I dream them, they're driving me insane. I got nowhere to sleep, put my bedding on. I've got no way to eat, my cook stove is gone. But I've got numbers. Please don't play that game, they'll drive you mad and you'll deny your name. 7-Eleven is the #1 play. Roll my cards like a big parade. I just have numbers on the brain. Put my money on 126. Now I'm in an awful fix. I just have numbers on the brain. I put my money on 122. What in the world am I going to do? I just have numbers on the brain. Well, I have numbers on the brain. I scream them, I dream them, they're driving me insane. Got nowhere to sleep, and put my bedding on. I've got nowhere to eat, my cook stove is gone. But I've got numbers. Please don't play that game, they'll drive you mad and you deny your name. Picked those numbers the other day, but the man with the money done gone away. I just have numbers on the brain. Some people pick the game of marriage. Some people pick the game of love. I'm like a horse hitched to a carriage. I pick the game I'm thinking of. But I have numbers on the brain. I numbers the other day, but the man with the money done gone away. I just have numbers on the brain. Nothing in the icebox, nothing in the trunk. Don't use a needle and I'm not drunk. I just have numbers on the brain. There's something about a gasoline. I can't remember the first half of it. It's like,
Here's one that was requested a long time ago, and I still haven't played the Camel Walk.
Camel walk? That reminded me of Judge Cliff Davis Blues. Does that remind you of that?
Not really.
Thanks for
How
having...
come it reminded you of that? That's weird.
Just that part that was like, Anyway.
The other afternoon.
Well, like, let me say
I was
goodbye.
sitting in the courthouse room.
And thanks for having joined us. We love you. Happy 5-year anniversary to you. Thank you. Happy 5-year anniversary to us and you. Thank you for having, thank you for tuning in. Everybody who's tuned in over the past 5 years. Thanks for being here tonight. We love you very much. If you send us a tip on PayPal, we thank you. We thank you for all your tips. And if you send a tip on PayPal, don't enable purchase protection because A, there ain't no purchase to protect, and B, purchase protection ain't good for nothing. Now I can hear that blues.
You want to do that, really?
If you want to.
The other afternoon, I was sitting in the courthouse room, listening to what was going on. And after every case was tried, the jurymen were led inside. When inside, I heard one jailer cry. I'm on my way to jail, that's why you hear me wail. I got the Judge Cliff Davis blues. I'm done with speeding round, cause when I do I'm bound to get the Judge Cliff Davis blues. Well, the judge don't play no favorite games. Rich folk, poor folk, they're all the same. That's why you hear me wail. I'm on my way to jail. I got the Judge Cliff Davis. Memphis gave us the Judge Cliff Davis Jews. Well, the first in speeding. What happened? I'm on my way to jail. That's why you hear me wail. I got the Judge Cliff Davis blues. I'm done with speeding round. I think I'm due, I'm bound to get the Judge Cliff Davis blues. Well, the judge don't play fair game. Rich folks or poor folks are all the same. That's why you hear me wail. I'm on my way to jail. I got the Judge Cliff Davis blues. First on the docket was this shaky man. He told the judge that he was feeling so bad. The judge said that he had wobbly bones, and he sent them where they don't serve ice cream cones. Then all those speeders came in for... He said, I'm gonna show all you speeding jokes that these Memphis speeding laws ain't no joke. I'm on my way to jail, that's why you hear me wail. I got Judge Cliff Davis blues. I'm speeding round, cause when I do I'm bound to get the Judge Cliff Davis blues. Now the judge don't play no favorite games, cause rich folks and poor folks are all the same. That's why you hear me wail. I'm on my way to jail. I got the Judge Cliff Davis. Good Lord save us, the Judge Cliff Davis blues. I know a little lawyer in a certain town who got the name of Snoops from always snooping round. He was the most peculiar man I've ever seen. I'll give you a description of the man I mean. Snoops the lawyer, he never wore a collar. Snoops the lawyer, he charged an awful price. Snoops the lawyer, never spends a dollar, and no one ever took a bit of his advice. A wifey and her husband never could agree. Said he wants to make a child away from me. Snoopy said, give him the child and you'll be free. A girl like you could make a baby out of me. When Henry Ford got into court, he rubbed his chin. Snoopy was his lawyer who said with a grin, there finding any reason why you shouldn't win when you can make $1 million hunk of tin. Snoops the lawyer never spent a dollar. Snoops the lawyer, he paid an awful price. Snoops the lawyer, he never wore a collar, and no one ever took a bit of his advice. A lady with $1 million said, "Dear me, I'd like to marry, but I'm over 83. She went to Snoops the lawyer for his sympathy. He married her and took the $1 million fee. A burlesque show came into town the other day, and when it let the girls took half the town away. They put old Snoops the lawyer on the girlie's track. His wife said to the doc, "You gotta bring him back." Snoops the lawyer never wears a collar. Snoops the lawyer charged an awful price. Snoops the lawyer, he never spends a dollar, and no one ever takes a bit of his advice. Lost a little dog she couldn't trace, and while she spoke her tears were running down her face. Snoopy said, "It's certainly long to take your case. In fact, I want to take the little doggie's place. A fellow who was arrested only yesterday stole 11 bottles from a swell cafe." Snoops the lawyer laughed right in the judge's face, and he said 11 bottles doesn't make a case. Snoops the lawyer never wears a collar. Snoops the lawyer, he'll charge an awful price. Snoops the lawyer, he never spends a dollar, and no one ever takes a bit of his advice. I'm on my way to jail, that's why you hear me yell. I got the Judge Cliff Davis blues. I'm done with speeding around, cause when I'm due I'm bound to get the Judge Cliff Davis blues. Well, the judge don't play no favorite game. Rich folks, poor folks, they're all the same. That's why you hear me yell, I'm on my way to jail. I have the Judge Cliff Davis, good Lord save us, the Judge Cliff Davis blues.
Good one. Very good. Thank you, Sir Ragsel.